just talk about first, how it feels bouncing back from, the tough loss last Sunday, and then just how important it was for you guys to get your first road win on the year.
Yeah, it obviously feels good to bounce back and get the win. I think last week, losing at home, it hurt us bad, but I think we had a nice, 7-day week, what we haven't had for a while, to really go over things, work on stuff on the field. And yeah, and I think today it wasn't the prettiest, but we got 3 points. We were resilient, they didn't, we kept the win, and that's what we needed to do. We didn't want to concede, but we did, but we kept the win, and it's an important one for us.
Thanks. And first question, we're going to go with Vince LaRosa. Vince, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hey, Bradley, you mentioned it. Bob mentioned it. You guys probably weren't at your best. It was maybe sloppy at times. But yeah, you get some really just solid individual goals. What does that do for confidence in a game where maybe you felt like you're kind of dropping back, trying to come forward, you're just not finding a rhythm?
Yeah, I think, maybe a few weeks ago, that could have frustrated us and led to little mistakes. I think one thing that we've had to work on this season a lot is the details. I think set pieces we were good. I think the goal they scored, we're a little bit unfortunate, but I think the details, us staying compact when we needed to, being narrow, pressing as a team, defending well on set pieces. I think this is a positive we can look at. Yeah, the football wasn't pretty, but we ground it out and got a win.
Thanks, Vince. And next question to Gio Garcia. Gio, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Stop, Gio.
Hey, Bradley, congrats on the win tonight. Obviously, you guys' first road win. With 3 players leaving for the national team, I know you haven't played a full 90 minutes. What kind of conversations have you had, or are you going to have with Bob Bradley to potentially play those 90 minutes with some of those players being gone?
No, we haven't spoke about it. I think Bob just goes with what he sees during the game. We've got a lot of good players that can come off the bench. So I think anytime I'm taking off is to just get a bit more energy, get a bit more, something different. We don't really speak about it. It isn't really a big deal. I'm going to do my job until I come off, or if I'm on the bench, I'll try and do my job when I come on. It's not really a big deal. There's been no conversation. But it's a good chance for guys, when people go away for internationals, it's a good chance for guys to show what they can do and then help the team out.
Thanks, Gio. And our last question for Bradley, Alicia Rodriguez. Alicia, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Thank you. Bradley, congratulations on the win and the goal tonight. I was wondering, most of the games that you've played this season have had no fans. Obviously, there were some fans in attendance tonight. Does the game feel a little bit different, even with a smaller crowd? Does it feel more kind of, I guess, normal, or is it still pretty weird considering the circumstances?
What you're saying, is it weird having the fans in now, or just in general when we've been playing with no fans?
Yeah, you've been playing with no fans all year. I would imagine that that's a strange situation. Yeah.
It was strange in the beginning. I think the bubble probably helped us get used to it. But I won't lie, when you're turning up to stadiums or even at the bank, it's a weird one. But I think, especially me, I'm used to it now. It's a game at the end of the day. We wish we could have the fans. I'm still angry that I haven't got to play in front of the fans of LAFC, but it's just how it is this year. There's bigger things happening in 2020 than us not playing with fans. So you just get on with it.